Carl Schneider, US Ag LLC, August 27th, 2012, out on Tim Sikes farm. Been looking at pecans today, pecans in the south, pecans in the north, and everything's looking really good. And this is an off year, and we're finding trees are doing really good. They're heavy with nuts. Kept the fungus down to a minimum. We've even stopped the fungus that's been on some of the nuts. It's just disappeared, dried up, and overall Tim's very happy, which means that I'm very happy. And we'll have a conclusion to this when we get in here and harvest. But you can see that we've really clustered up. And here's Tim over here looking at this tree.
These are filling out with the meat already.
So, and this is your off year, right, Tim?
Yeah.
And here's sort of a shot at the grove out here.
Oh, that's a mess. You see? They're already filling out with meat. And
right.
They're still going to
continue. And this is still August.
Yeah, it's still August. And that's going to wind up filling out real good because you still got some moisture in that meat.
Right.
As long as we keep the water to it.
Right.
Spray another round or two fertilizers. They'll fill out real good.
Yeah, so what are we looking at? I mean, this is just one tree out of many, but what are we looking at as far as harvest?
Well, kind of hard to say.
1st of October, roughly?
Well, this tree's a little ahead of the predominant variety. This is almost a unique tree on the place.
Okay.
As far as the variety of it. And it's always about 2 weeks to 10 days ahead of my desirables. And so most of the desirables are in a gel stage, water to gel stage, where this thing's already got meat in it. So 2 more weeks we're going to see meat in all our desirables. So I'm thinking 1st of October.
Okay.
But that's, I mean, that right there, right now, would be an excellent nut as far as kernel weight and quality.
Right.
That would be an excellent nut already, because there's not hardly any airspace in the nut. Those little lines, they're going to fill out, and it's just going to be solid white meat.
Okay. Okay.
And the rest of them are going to be right there seen.
All right.
If the squirrels don't kill them all.
Yeah.
Haul them off.
Well, you know, the squirrels know nuts, so
that's right.
If they're hanging out at a certain tree, that must be a good tree. Now, what's this tree over here?
That's a desirable.
This is desirable. Looks like it's clustering pretty good on these.
Yep.
And I grew up in the Midwest, so I'm not used to farming trees, but I believe everything you're saying, that since you're the pro, I'm listening and you're talking.
Well, I'm gonna look at this over here.
Yeah.
5 in that cluster and 3 there and 3 there.
Right. And because of the efficiency of getting into the tree foliar, you've been able to back off quite a bit on foliar feeding, right?
That's right.
And that only makes sense if you can get it into where it needs to be. Now these are low limbs, so they would have fungus on them, but even them has stopped, right?
Yeah, they've got some, but it's drying it up. They don't get sprayed as much now that they're hanging down below my sprayers calibration.
Right.
You see right here where it's dried the scab up.
Right. So you're used to losing these lower nuts And if we can keep it dried up, then you're going to get these as a bonus, right?
Yep. There's where I had a good spot of scab. Spray it with fungicide with F14 in it, and it pretty much eat the scab off of it.
So it went from being a preventative to being a stopper.
Almost a curative on it.
That's great.
You're still going to have that scar on that nut, and see that nut was on the other side from the sprayer, so that scab didn't get hit like that one did.
Okay.
These are nuts coming from the top of the tree, and they're basically scab free.
So if you put too much weight in the nuts, this is what happens.
Yep, branch falls. You don't look like, I mean, you have to start digging through to find the nuts.
Now, are these desirables?
This is the desirable.
Shall we pop a couple of them open?
Yeah.
See how far along they are?
We'll have to put them on the back of the truck.
Yeah, we
Right
can
there.
walk back over there.